Hello, YouTube. Daddy Leroy here again. I want to read you today some quotes from someone that I consider to be probably the foremost historian on nations and governments that ever lived. And I'm not going to tell you what to think. I just want to read you the quotes and see what you think. Put something in the comments. Make a video response. I want to know what you think about what this man had to say. And to see if you can tell me who it is. Now, this is not a contest. I'm not quite ready to have a contest yet. I'm just curious to see what everybody thinks. And if you've ever heard any of this, if you know who this person is. Now, this first one, some of our friends across the pond might take offense at this. I want you to remember, this is a quote. I did not say this. Don't send me anything angry. Okay? But the quote is, when we get piled upon one another in large cities, as in Europe, we shall become as corrupt as Europe. Make of that what you will. The second one, democracy will cease to exist when you take away from those who are willing to work and give to those who would not. Now notice, I want you to notice something. It didn't say to those who cannot, just to those who would not. There is a difference. The next one. It is incumbent on every generation to pay its own debt as it goes. A principle which, if acted on, would save 1/2 of the wars of the world. The next one. I predict future happiness for Americans if they can prevent the government from wasting the labors of the people under the pretense of taking care of them. Here's another one. My reading of history convinces me that most bad government results from too much government. That's something you hear fairly often these days. Do you know who was the first one to say it? No free man shall ever be deprived the use of arms. Now, this is the one that I am going to weigh in on a little bit, because here's the way what I get out of that. If you are deprived the use of arms, you are no longer free, because you have been deprived of the means of ensuring your freedom. But now that's just what I get out of that. And that kind of goes to this next quote. The strongest reason for the right to keep and bear arms is as a last resort for men to protect themselves against tyranny and government. The next one. To compel a man to subsidize with his taxes the propagation of ideas which he disbelieves and abhors is sinful and tyrannical. Now, this is kind of a long one. And as a little hint as to who this might be, I will tell you that this quote came from a speech that was given in 1802. It says, "I believe that banking institutions are more dangerous to our liberties than standing armies. If the American people ever allow private banks to control the issue of their currency, first by inflation, then by deflation, the banks and the corporations that will grow up around banks will deprive the people of all property until their children wake up homeless on the continent that their fathers conquered." Seem like that prediction is coming true? Like I said, I'm not trying to draw any conclusions, just giving you the quotes. And this one will probably give away who I'm talking about if any of you paid attention in high school history. The tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants. Again, as I say, I'm not advocating anything, I'm not putting forth any ideas, I'm just giving you the quotes. You tell me what you think of it, and if you know who that is. I'll give you another little hint. This person had accomplished more by the age of 34 than most people I would say than 99.99999% of people accomplish in their entire lifetime. Oh, I just thought of something. I didn't tell y'all what I'm smoking. Smoking my Dr. Graybo Royalton. And in it, Orlick Golden Sliced. Good stuff. So anyway, tell me what you think. I'm interested. I'd like to know if anybody can look at that or hear that and see any parallels as to what's happening in the country today. I like to see how well folks know their history. I will say this. Until fairly recently, I didn't know most of those quotes. Anyway, y'all send me some answers. I'm interested in them. Until next time.